Alright everyone, Maj0r Mike here with another episode of the Completionist Cape Chronicles, and if you guys are watching this, I'm sure you're well aware that Elf City Batch 2 has come out. Now I'm standing out front of the new agility course in Prifddinas, and this is where I'm going to be at for quite a while. A lot of the requirements I'm going to need to do require me to be at this agility course, but we'll get into that later. Now if I try to put my comp cape on, I get a huge list of requirements I'm going to need to knock out. I need to earn all the titles for the different sectors, which is expected. I'll need to find all the Memorian crystals, which I'll have a guide in here showing you locations and what you'll need to do them. So if you guys want to see that, you can stick around. I need to also unlock journal pages through this agility course, of course. And I also need to assist Lord Amlodd in cleansing shadow cores and help Lady Ithell with crystal singing research. Now for those titles, there's different things you're going to need to do. I have a list of them here, so I'll just read them off to you guys. Alright, so to unlock these titles, and bear with me on this because I don't know how to pronounce any of these, you'll need to do some of the following things. Of the Amlodd, speak to Lord Amlodd while in an enlightened state brought on by your light creature Meilyr. Of the Hefin, complete 200 laps on the Priffdinas agility course. Of the Meilyr, harvest 200 harmony moss. And finally, of the Ithell, create 100 crystal flasks. Normally you can create 50 flasks per day, but if you have 115 dungeoneering to access the resource dungeon, you can create an additional 25. So I spent a bit of time at the agility course working on my 200 laps and trying to get the journal pages as well as the emotes. I had no luck on the emotes. I got done, I'd say, around 50 laps, and I got 3 of the journal pages done. So I'm going to take a break now and show you guys the locations for Memorian crystals. Some of them are just as simple as clicking on them, picking them up. Others have requirements. So we're starting at the Priffdinas lodestone. We're going to run all the way north to start with and head to the Hefin church. There will be a crystal waiting for us there inside the building in the southeast corner. Now after that, we're going to head southwest over to the Imp Collector. There's going to be a Memorian crystal inside his house. And once you've got that, you can go down south. There's this building here with the harps. Inside there, there's a Memorian crystal to the south. And just outside of here, you'll want some buckets in your inventory, and keep emptying the sand out of the pit until you find more. Now you're going to want to take this fairy ring, use fairy ring code DJS. That teleports you back to this fairy ring, and the first time you do that, you'll get a Memorian. Now we're going to head all the way back east, past the fruit tree patch inside this shop. There's a Memorian crystal here. While you're here, buy a moss seed. You're going to need that eventually. Now head south, and behind one of these stones, you're going to see that there's a Memorian crystal there that you cannot pick up. You need to break this stone and then plant your moss seed there. To make the moss seed grow, you need to gain 200,000 experience in whatever skill that is. As you can see, mine is an herblore stone, so I need to gain 200,000 herblore XP, and then the moss will be fully grown and I can collect that Memorian crystal. And finally, if you go west over to these agility posts here, you need to have one of the 4 agility emotes unlocked. Right now I don't have any of them unlocked, and then it doesn't matter which one you do. Just do one of the emotes right in this area and you'll get the last Memorian crystal. So finally, before we wrap up this video, I decided to cash in my imp collector reward since I spent the last 2 episodes completing that. He actually gives you some nice rewards. When you go to talk to him after catching one of each type of impling, he gives you an option of rewards. You can either have triple experience when catching implings, or double the loot. You'll only get the double loot if it's an impling you caught, not one you opened from a jar. He also gives you these thinker robes. They don't look too bad, but they're not really my style. If you want the boots and gloves, you have to get them from crystal implings, and they're somewhat rare. Not really worth it in my opinion for a cosmetic effect. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. I'm going to go back to grinding out the agility course. I'm hoping to have the 200 laps and the rest of the journal pages done before the next episode, and we can go in more detail about the other titles and other requirements I want to work on. I wanted to keep this episode a bit short because I wanted to get the Memorian crystal locations posted up and just start grinding away at the agility course. So we'll focus more on the next episode. Thanks for watching guys, hope to see you next time.